I remember a few years ago when my nanny of over 2 years decided to up and run in the middle of the night. And then we woke up in the morning to find her room empty, so we suspected that she had run away through the window. So we walked up to the security post in the compound where we lived at that time, and we told them that we suspected that our nanny might have run away and took a lot of stuff. And do you know what they said? The security guy looked me in the eye and said, "Oh, we thought that she was the madam of the house." Because I looked like this at that time. One of them even said he was the one that opened the gate for her at 2 a.m. in the morning because they thought probably she was going for a sleepover or something, and she had quite a number of bags, and there was a car that picked her up at the gate. They thought she was the madam of the house because of how she dressed and how she carried herself. And mind you, she was from Sri Lanka. So apparently this Nigerian guy was married to a Sri Lankan lady, and I was the maid. I mean, now that I think of it, I'm not mad at them, because if you saw how I looked back then when my children were still small, you would think that I was the maid, because I was lost. I totally lost myself in motherhood. I lost who I was because I was trying to navigate a course that I had never experienced before. First time mom, everything was just happening all at the same time. My first child was almost 2, and then I got pregnant for the second one. I was, let's just say, I didn't remember who I was. I'll insert some pictures here so you guys will understand what I'm talking about and why this topic is so dear to my heart. Ladies, do not lose yourself in motherhood. So this video is about how not to lose yourself in motherhood. Believe me, I've been there. I lost myself. Let me say that in my most Texas accent ever. I totally lost myself, lost who I was, lost everything that had to do with me, and I just dived head on into motherhood and everything that had to do with housekeeping, children. That was me, until that incident was a wake-up call for me. Like, if the security guards could mistake me for the help and my help for the madam of the house, that spoke volume to me. And I'm like, what am I doing? What example am I leaving for my daughter? And that was when it hit me, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting myself back. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to get yourself back, how not to lose yourself. Let's start from there. How to not lose yourself in motherhood. And I really hope that somebody finds this video very helpful. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Onyinye Ebong, and I make videos to inspire, to help you and I live our best lives. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, share, and leave me a comment, because I love reading your comments. Let's get right into the video. Welcome. So if you're a first time mom, or you're a mom with young children and you're struggling like I was struggling back then, this video is for you. This is a no judgment zone. It's a free space. Okay, I'm sharing from my experience. I've been there, right? I've been there in the early years of having children, where I was struggling with my mental health, struggling with how I looked, struggling with weight gain and other stuff. It was a lot, but by the grace of God, I was able to retrace myself back, and I actually love how I look now. So the first thing that you must start doing so as not to lose yourself in motherhood is to embrace self-care. I know when women hear self-care, they think it's some expensive spa or some Moroccan bath that you must do every other week. No, it's in the little things, taking care of yourself, prioritizing yourself, your hair, making sure your hair is nice and neat, making sure you have days where you go to clean your nails, even if you don't put anything artificial on your nails, making sure you take time to relax, go to the beach, read a book, your nails, your toenails, making sure that you smell nice, personal hygiene. If you can afford spa days, that's awesome. Massages, if you can afford it. If you cannot, soaking yourself in your bathtub in your house is self care. Just taking time away to care for you, to care for the vessel that is taking care of all these other people. Number two thing that you must start doing so as not to lose yourself in motherhood is to nurture friendships, seek support. I mean, I'm not of the opinion of women who say once you get married, you should cut your single friends off, or you should cut certain people off. No, it takes a tribe. I'm telling you, it takes a tribe, and you'll be amazed at how well you can navigate through motherhood if you have great friendships that you have nurtured over time. At the lowest point in my motherhood journey, I was blessed to have women around me who were able to lift me up in ways that I could not even imagine. So you need friendships, you need companionships, you need people around you. You need to nurture friendships. You guys share experiences, compare notes, and you'll be amazed at the things you will learn. But you must be discerning of the kind of people you hang around, the kind of people that you allow into your circle. Another thing that you must do in your motherhood journey so as not to lose yourself in motherhood is to find goals beyond cooking and taking care of kids. You must have something that you love doing. You must have something that makes you smile. You must have something other than your family, your kids, your spouse that keeps you bubbly on the inside. You must have goals, dreams, ambitions that goes beyond kids, family, and taking care of your spouse. I'm not saying these things are bad. These things are good, but if you dunk into these things alone, you will get dried up at some point. Take it from someone who lost herself doing all of these only. My life revolved around my kids, my spouse, my home, my kids, my spouse, my home for the most part of my motherhood journey. And then I remember one day our pastor's wife saw me in church and she was like, "You look exhausted." So the next day, which was a Saturday, she came to the house unannounced and she was like, "You know what? I'm taking the kids off you so you can spend the day doing something else." Reluctantly, I packed my kids and she took them off. You know what? I did not know what to do with myself for 24 hours because I had built my world around taking care of children, cooking, cleaning, and all of that good stuff. So when my kids were taken away for the day, I did not know what to do with myself. I just sat, not knowing what to do. I had no goals, no hobbies, nothing. And it was like, boy, this is real. So you must have goals, you must have dreams, ambitions. For me, when I started to find myself back, I went back to film school. I did a film school course. I did a couple of other courses and I got back into content creation, which was one of the things that I loved doing. And, my spark started coming back, guys. So you need to find goals, you need to find ambitions, you need to find hobbies. There's something that you love doing. There's something that you used to love doing before you became a mother. Find it, keep at it, brush it up, find new hobbies. Just something that is outside the family, outside the kids, outside cooking and cleaning. Has to be more to you than taking care of kids, taking care of your spouse, and cooking meals for your family. So as not to lose yourself in motherhood, you must hold on to your dreams, hold on to your goals, your ambitions, and just try to find time for those things. Try to find time to build yourself up in those things that you love doing. Thing that you should do so as not to lose yourself in motherhood is to take time to look good. I mean, I know it sounds vain. It may sound vain or it may sound shallow, But believe me, it works like magic. Take time to look good. Take time to find things that looks good on you, that feels good on you. It doesn't matter if it's triple XL or 4XL, it doesn't matter the size. Take time to find things. Watch videos, go to Google, find people who dress the way you like or you would like to. It doesn't matter your size, because in your motherhood journey, your sizes will change. Your sizes will fluctuate, but you at every of those seasons you have to find something that fits. I remember the early years I used to drown myself in baggy clothes and black because I felt, because I was big and my tummy was so huge even after childbirth. I just decided, you know what, I'll just wear black clothes and baggy clothes, you know. Go to the store, grab a few dresses, go in the changing room, try on those dresses. You don't have to buy them. For the most part, what I used to do is, after watching videos about styling, I would go to the store, find those styles that I saw or that I watched, take them to the dressing room, put them on and see how they looked on me. And then when I have the money, eventually I would go and buy. But just fitting, trying out clothes in the change room, nobody's going to ask you to pay for it, especially here in Doha. You know, find what works for you and just look good. There's something about looking good. It's good on the outside makes you feel good on the inside, right? I mean, when you look put together, you feel good. You feel good. Firstly, mostly look good for yourself. I saw a video on Instagram and the lady was like, she has to dress up, look nice before she even gets into the kitchen to do the dishes. And I really related with that, because she said she has to take care of herself first before anything else. So you need to take a little bit more time in your self grooming, in how you look. Do it for you. And the final thing that you must learn to do so as not to lose yourself in motherhood is to learn to say no. I mean, learn to say no. No. That's a full sentence. Learn to say no to your kids. Learn to say no to invitations. Learn to say no to stuff, especially when you're tired, when you're exhausted. Learn to say no. You don't have to take your kids to every birthday party that they are invited to. You don't have to take your kids to the parks every other week. Learn to say no for your sanity, for your mental health. And remember, you're so much more than just a mom. Your identity extends far beyond your role as a parent. So don't lose yourself, okay? I'm rooting for you. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this video, and if this video was helpful, please share it to your friends, leave me a comment, like, share, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day. God bless you.